Reaction from the founder of the food bank Hebburn Helps after a reckless act of vandalism destroyed vital donations. Joe Durkin set up the organisation to help struggling families in South Tyneside, only to find that on Saturday their storage shed had been broken into. Its contents, mostly women's sanitary products, had been left strewn along the road and on the gates, as Sophie Halsey reports.
Towels and tampons are just some of the essentials that can be beyond the financial means of many women. As well as donations of food and clothes, Hebburn Helps has been collecting sanitary products since January to support the rising number of women who drop in to use their service. But now the volunteers here have to start again after their store of supplies was vandalised, leaving vital donations strewn across the car park.
Well, I was quite disgusted. To tell you the truth, it's quite shocking that somebody could actually do that. It's just mindless. Nothing was actually stolen. It was the fact that they'd taken, donated items and just threw them all over the car park. They were stuck on the fences, in the street outside. It's just, I can't believe, it's unbelievable.
Since opening, they've become more than a food bank, with more and more families needing to use the service on a weekly basis.
Hebburn Helps is a local community food bank. We started off as just a food bank 2 years ago. We quickly developed doing clothing bank and small items, household items for families in need, people in dire straits. We provide emergency food parcels. We have a Free Food Friday every Friday where it's surplus food from Morrison's and Greg's, and any member of the public can come along and pick up a free bag of food to send them over the weekend. We do clothing packs. We try to help with large items of furniture by putting shout-outs on Facebook, social media, and seeing if people can help us that way to help other families. We try to help the best way we can when families are struggling in financial crisis and times of hardship. We just want to be there to help them.
Along with her friend Angie, Jo had been moved by Ken Loach's I, Daniel Blake, which follows a single mother's battle through the welfare system and shows women forced to steal sanitary products from a lack of money.
It was a bit of a nightmare, to be totally honest. We got here on Saturday morning, the car park was full, the whole street was full of them. Managed to clear up the best that we could, and we're still seeing them lying scattered all over the place today. So yeah, everywhere. It's a bit sad, really. In our toilet, people can come in and just take toiletries. We have a basket in there. It's totally free. It's all confidential because a load of people don't like to come in to mention that that's what they need, so they can come in and just take off the shelves what they want. We'll have a couple of drop-in, we have a sanitary programme, but we always also have a homeless, the Key Project, come in to deal with homelessness in between 16 and 24-year-olds. We do have a few drop-ins on a weekly basis, so yeah.
Nothing was stolen, but this act of vandalism has taken away resources from families who heavily rely on them. Sophie Halsey in Hebburn.